Okay. Welcome back to another Coffee and a Chat. And yeah, I know this is like a really boring background. I'll figure something out. I got my table moved. Maybe I need to put it somewhere else. I'm running out of options of where to put it. But I actually have this so that there is room where I can move over and there can be a second person. I can push the camera. I can reposition it so it's even further away, so there's even more room. I don't know. I think I'm going to bring it in a little closer today with my fancy stuff. Okay, so, yeah. I think that I've come to a point where I'm accepting the fact they ain't got nothing figured out, that I cannot think, well, here's what's going to happen or here's what we're going to do. I had all last night, I kept having these kind of apocalyptic type dreams, and I don't know that they were prophetic. It's not that, but I mean, like the whole world catching on fire, sulfur falling from heaven. Woo, trying to drive a car to navigate through it, and Marvin going, I don't think we're going to make it, and me saying, I know we are. God already told me we are. And he's like, how? And I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, and that's kind of the theme of our life, is it can feel like, I don't think we're going to make it, whatever it is we're getting through. But I know we are, somehow, some way. So this video will be going up late today. It will be going up on the day that I am recording it, because life has gone upside down again. This time Mother Nature, we'll blame her. First off, yesterday's video, I don't know if it even made sense to a lot of people or whatever. I don't know. What I do know is it was a video I had to make. It was a video that had a lot of obstacles to get around to make it. And I was feeling very tired, very scattered. And that's where I'm like, I don't know, did everything make sense? And I even at some point, felt like, well, maybe I just won't post this one. I'll try to redo it or not put it up. And I had this real quickening in my spirit. No, this needs to go up. Okay, so it took over 8 hours yesterday to get that video to upload. Internet problems and phone issues and computer issues and all kinds of things that were really causing me to struggle. But I finally got to this point and I'm like, Lord, maybe this video is not supposed to go up. Is this you stopping it, or is it the enemy trying to stop it? Because if it's the enemy trying to stop it, well, you're bigger than him. I rebuke him and put this up. In Jesus' name, put this video up. And if it's not supposed to go up, then just don't let it go up and I'll know. Well, that's when it uploaded. Was when I finally was so frustrated, and I'm like, oh, I should have said that a lot sooner. But whatever. So I feel that at least for one person, if not more, that yesterday's video was a very important video and needs to be seen. It's something that we need to take more seriously. We need to invest ourselves in the lives of our children, our grandchildren, and our great-grandchildren, and we need to invest ourselves in them spiritually for the Lord. So if we don't train them up, if we don't speak the truth to them, if we don't let them know, well, there's somebody else just very anxious to get in there and do it, and that's not good. Okay, so today, I went to bed last night. I was exhausted. I didn't have a video for today, and I was like, Lord, I'm not even going to worry about it because you always take care of it. And I really expected him to wake me up in the night, and I did wake up through the night, but not for anything of a video. We had a storm come in last night, and it's still going on now. I think we're tapering off now, but I don't know, because this time of year we don't have our rain gauge up, because when things freeze, then it breaks the rain gauge. And you never know. No matter what the weatherman says, you don't know what this is doing. I even said yesterday, Marvin was, talking about our firewood situation and do we have enough to get through the winter? And, and I'm like, we need more than that because we don't know. It could be July and we might need to put a fire in the wood stove because it's dropped to freezing levels. I mean, the weather, I don't know. It's not, it used to be so much more predictable. And now I haven't got a clue what's going on half the time. So it's not super, super cold, but tons and tons of rain, tons and tons of wind. I actually at one point thought, my phone's probably going to go off any minute now and tell us that we've got a tornado alert or something. I was looking for that, and every so often I'd hear a big truck go down the road, and I'd jump up and look out the window, and it would be, the power company, with their bucket truck booking it somewhere. And so I know people were losing power, and I just praised the Lord we still had power. And when we finally, when the sun came up and we could really see, because I know at one point it's looking out, because we pay an extra, $7 a month or whatever for power supply and rental to have an actual street light, because we don't live in town or anything, but we have an actual, light outside that like you would have, on a road light. And they don't provide those out here. So if you want them, you have to pay the power company for them. And so Marvin had one put in years ago. We've even talked about, we kind of need one behind our place too. We just can't afford to do it right now. But anyhow, with that, there is some light that we can see some things. And I could see that our circular driveway was a river. I could see we've got a little gazebo, and it's got wood runners that it sits on that haven't been trimmed yet. We've never finished setting this thing up. I mean, it's there, it's usable, but it still needs the foundation and stuff around it needs to be finished, and it needs the screens put up in it. We just haven't got that far. And anyway, I'm watching water pour over these 4x4s that it's sitting on like a waterfall. And so that's a significant amount of water and flooding issues. And flooding is an issue that we have on our land. We're the low point, so everybody's water rushes to us. But flooding is bad today. When the sun came up and we could see, and it's food pantry day and we needed to go. So, and there's going to be interruptions on my phone while I'm filming this that we're going to have to bear with. So I'll just stop for a moment and say congratulations to Ty and Bethany on the birth of 12 pups that they had in the middle of the night. And so I'm still getting updates on puppies and stuff. And so I know Bethany is she's sending me pictures and videos and stuff, and they're pretty excited, and the puppies are so cute. They're going to be humongous, but they're cute. So anyway, back to our situation, the flooding and stuff throughout here. We needed to go to the food pantry. Next week is Christmas. They won't be open. I'm like, if I knew all we had to do was tough through a week, I'd say, let's not even go out. But Marvin's like, no. And he was going to send me. And then, we realized there's flooding everywhere. And he's a much better judge at where to drive and not drive. Plus, he's lived here his entire life. He knows every little back way and where it goes. Thank goodness. Because what usually would take us 10 minutes to drive, I don't know, took 40 maybe this morning, because so many roads, including the one we live on, are shut down and detoured around, and because there's just massive flooding everywhere. And so I was like, I don't even know if this is a good idea to be going out in this, but we really need to go get some food. So Marvin was able to maneuver, and it was a long way to get there, but we got there okay. And there was a lot more people than I expected to see there under the conditions. I'm telling you guys, at least where we're at, it's tough for some of us. It's very tough. And so then coming home, we couldn't come, we couldn't come the way we normally would. And so Marvin's trying to figure the fastest way to get home. And wouldn't you know, we where it was clear sailing through these back roads, and we still had to drive through some water and stuff, but it was doable. Marvin's slow and wise, and took us through just fine. But when we got to the edge of our property to come around the corner to come in our driveway, yeah, it was completely shut down because there is so much water on the road. It's not safe to drive. And if we'd tried to drive through it, I'm pretty sure, because it's running like a river, it would have just washed us into the ditch on our side of the road, but still didn't need to be in a ditch. Just got the car running again. And we were laughing the whole way that we're having to do all this extra driving. And, and it's Marvin and I are like, well, we needed to test drive the car to make, we need to make sure that it's really running okay. And the big thing is we've got to, when it gets low on gas and we go to get gas, is going to be the big test, because every time we would go get gas here until it did the final breakdown, it wouldn't start. Something about putting gas in the tank would shut it down. So hopefully that's all fixed. But anyway, so we were laughing. We had a good attitude about it. Marvin and I had. We were doing a lot of joking, and our grandson was just, I think, shaking his head at us. But we got there, and like I said, when we get home, right at the edge of our property, we can't go any further. So we had to turn around, and we had to go a whole nother way. So, and that's the only place that we got turned around, where we had to turn around and come in another way. And by that point, I was at one point, I'm like, I had no idea where we were. I'm asking Marvin to try and explain to me where we were and how we got here, because nothing looked familiar to me. But that's the beauty of my husband. He knows his way around here. So we made it home, and now the guys are out trying to take care of, because we've got some equipment going, underwater, sinking, and some things that they need to get out before the water gets too deep, because it is the potential of more water flooding in on us, because like I said, we're the low point, and so everybody's excess water tends to want to head this way. So today will be a day of staying home, managing flooding, keeping the fire in the wood stove going. It has that feel that the temperatures, as this storm is moving on, are going to drop. So it may be it will probably be colder this afternoon than what it is this morning. But anyway, it's like that whole theme that God keeps bringing us through. And so I guess today, I'm kind of like, so what are you going to do when nothing goes the way it's supposed to go? What are you going to do when the things you take for granted right now and depend on aren't there? Are you set? Are you getting close to God and hearing his voice so that he can tell you what you need to do or not do? Are you listening to him? See, just like Marvin knows every single road and driveway or whatever to use to get where we need to go, God knows absolutely every route there is in life. He knows every choice, every decision that's facing us. He can see beyond it, and he knows what the outcome will be. So I can look at things and go, well, I think we should do this, when God's saying, okay, I know that looks like a good idea, but trust me, what's coming, you need to do this. And I want to listen to God. I want to not be the backseat driver, but I want to listen to him and know what he's telling me to do to navigate through things. And again, if you've got eyes to see and ears to hear, you'll understand that what I'm saying, that this is a real concern. These are things that are really coming. We have got to be there for each other and be able to help each other. We need to be community, but we need to be community with like-minded people, because as things get, when things get desperate, then there are people that get desperate and sometimes do things that aren't so good and can put other people at risk. So you need to know who you're dealing with. Who do you want in your boat when you're out on the lake? Do you want the guy that's going to just throw everybody out of the boat so he can get to shore, each man for himself? Or do you want the person who's going to help bail water with you and help row with you and work with you so that you can all get there? I want to be in a boat where I can trust everybody else in the boat, that we're going to work together, and not that somebody's going to just be looking out for number one or doing just really stupid things. So anyway, just between the dreams last night and then kind of waking up to all of this. I mean, there's trees down too. That was another thing. There was one road we couldn't get through. It wasn't water. It was a tree. And it's a main road. So they were having to detour everybody off of this road, you know, but you could see the tree from where they set up the detour to turn us down another road. Yeah, that's going to be there a while, you know. Marvin was joking. Hey, I wonder if they'd let me have the wood, you know, come clean up. And we're like, no, we just got to get where we got to get and get home. So, because there were several times when we were out there going, I don't know, we could go hungry. That might be a better idea than being out in this. But no, it all turned out okay. We're home, we're safe, and now we got to deal with all of this here. And so I'll be doing a lot of indoor things today. And some of the things I needed to do outdoors today are not going to happen. And I wish, you know, I sit here going, oh, I should have done that 2 days ago, you know, so that it wouldn't be an issue today. But yeah, we can't see ahead. We don't know what's coming. So anyway, I don't know what you're going through. Maybe everything's just hunky-dory for you and life is good. You know what? You enjoy that. You have a good time and enjoy it while it's there and appreciate it, because I don't think there's any guarantee it's going to stay that way. And whether things are going good or not going good, I urge you guys, everything that I hear God telling me, everything that I hear Him preparing me for, I don't think it's just me. And I know there's other people that are running into that too. So all of those things, whether it's going good, whether it's going bad, put your trust in God, seek His will, seek Him first, and get into the habit of letting God direct your path. Because like I'm telling you guys, we need Him too. We really need Him too. Not trying to be doom and gloom at all. This is just reality. I'm not saying, ooh, a flood may be coming to our house and we better be. No, it's here. We're sitting in one. Yeah, we got to deal with it. And, you know, but we have been trying to be more closer to God and listening to Him and doing constructive things and being actively involved in our own survival. So it's not as big a shock to deal with when it comes. It's like, okay, here we are. Today's one of those days, and we'll deal with it, and we'll get used to it. You know, I had a lot of things I wanted to do for my neighbors and stuff this week for Christmas, and I don't know if it's going to happen or not, but I also know that's not the most important thing. So, and that's been a big thing, is getting my priorities straight and learning what really matters. But anyhow, I hope you guys are having a great day today. Again, congratulations to Ty and Bethany on 12 new baby puppies that right now are cute, make little sounds and stuff. I just think they're going to grow up, start walking and pooping and peeing everywhere. And then I don't envy you. Oh, my goodness. So, and you got to find homes. Yeah, which I don't think that's going to be a problem. These are pretty awesome dogs. So anyway, and we may, you know, we'll find out here in a month or so, we may be having puppies at our house. So, you know, it happens. Oh, I hope it's not 12, but whatever. I've already got people that if we do have puppies that are like, I want one, you know. So I don't know. I put this one on Marvin. It's his idea. It's what he wants. Him and the vet, because even the vet is like, with our male, you guys need to have a litter. This dog needs to reproduce. He's pretty awesome. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what God's will is, because that's my prayer. Lord, if this is not a good idea, because they're getting one shot and that's it. And then if it don't take, then everybody's getting fixed. But yeah, we'll see. All right. So I love you guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll also say welcome to number 162 subscriber that just subscribed today. Welcome to the channel. And you never know. You never know. Yeah. And whatever. It's just real. It just is what it is. I'm in my ratty apron. I'm already getting busy to go to work and do the things I got to do. ordinary, normal people. Well, I don't know about normal. We're ordinary people. What is normal? Hanging out here and just loving the Lord and trying to navigate through life and sharing. Right now, I'm sharing my life stories and my life lessons with you. But one of these days, the reason I'm here in front of this red curtain is there's room. So there's this other chair right here next to me. Yeah, and that's where my Marvin's going to sit one of these days. Can you see him there? Can you see that gorgeous face and them pearly whites? Yeah, he's going to be here. And because we have a story together to share with you. We have several stories together to share with you. And he has a story. And oh, wouldn't I love him to be able to share that. So he's just not really into getting in front of crowds. And I'm like, yeah, but there might be a handful of people out there, but you can't see them. You can just look at me in the monitor and talk to me like you usually do. I don't know. Oh, well, it'll be what it's supposed to be, that I'm sure. All right. I love you guys. You have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow from a much drier home.